The average human being is expected to live to be up to 76 years old. How is it that we have an expected time of death, but none of life? In the end, we all die, but how many of us really live? What's expected of our lives? Do others' expectations of us help define our own life expectations?
Mother,
brother,
Sister.
Lover.
We're all given these roles in which we are expected to fit into. What happens when our souls are too vast to be contained in a little box called the Great Expectation?
yo trabajo todo el día. Espero que cuando llegue a mi casa esté limpia.
You raised me from the dirt. You expect me to do better than you.
I told you my biggest secret. I expect you not to tell anyone.
You made mistakes in your past. You expect me not to do them too.
I told you to be independent. I expect you to follow my lead.
You showed me what a strong woman is. You expect me not to fall.
I showed you what true love was. I expect you to value me.
You're far from home. You expect me to stay loyal to you.
When we first met, about 13 years ago, I can't exactly remember how. It's almost like we never really met. Like we've always just known each other, you know? And our friendship before everything, it was like a movie. You were my first real friend, so it was precious to me. And our friendship is still precious to me. I had everything I ever wanted. And when we met again, I had more than I ever wished for. I never really desired anyone else because I felt complete. But to be able to get even closer made me realize that I've never desired anyone because I was waiting for you. I'll wait for you forever. And living with you, it gave me a glimpse of our future, my future, and I wouldn't have it any other way.
It's been 3 months now since she left to boot camp. Receiving letters from her is probably the only thing that keeps me going. I miss everything about her. Mostly, I miss the way that she made me laugh, the way she made me feel cute when I looked crazy. I miss being noticed by her. Lately, we've had a lot of ups and downs, but we've watched people come and go from our lives, but the one thing that's always been there, the one person who's always stayed, is her.
I feel like I left really quick because I didn't know how to say goodbye. I never want to say goodbye to you. Boot camp took me out of my comfort zone. It was scary and lonely and stressful and anxiety ridden. I knew there was no going back no matter how much I wanted to. There was a lot of pain, and all the pain I had before I left I brought with me, and the pain of leaving you just piled on top.
I've noticed that. I break down a lot when she's not around. I would go out and get drunk enough to forget that she even left, in hopes that perhaps while I'm sleeping, she'll crawl back into bed with me. I try to think of the benefits that could come with this distance, but it's hard to come up with any. I just expect that the next time that I see you, it'll make me forget about all the time that I spent without you.
When I saw you in person and I got to hug you, I was finally home, but I was different.
It wasn't anything like what I expected.
It wasn't as I imagined it.
It was a rainy day,
I was so used to being so strong.
and you had to go inside.
I didn't let myself open up
I felt like I was just someone you met,
as much as I wanted to, you know?
a quick hi and bye. I never expected that.
Now that I'm out of boot camp, just adjusting to normal things like relationships and adjusting to feelings and emotions and being able to finally let my guard down. It's hard. In boot camp, emotions would drown you. It's not just like adjusting to those things, it's also adjusting to your life that continued without me and trying to fit in, you know? Make up for the time apart and deal with the pain that caused.
I wonder how our lives will fit in. I wonder what I'll do the next time you're away. I wonder if I'll be able to be strong.
Dealing with the obstacles I've been facing has been the hardest thing I've ever done so far. I guess that's a part of growing up, you know,
I guess the only resolution.
taking responsibility.
I may not know what the future holds or what our next battle might be.
But I try to tell you what I told myself every single day. Just breathe and stay positive and keep moving.
My expectations led me down a rabbit hole that was hard to escape from.
Life happens and promises are broken, trusts get lost. That's just life, and expectations can be disappointing.